got this right. We got this right.
All right. Welcome to episode 4. Today we will be talking about could I survive questions. But before we get to that, we do just want to remind you all that we have an Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify. We also now have a TikTok. If you could go like, subscribe, follow, all the things on those, it really does help us out.
And we do now have a Patreon, so
Yes.
definitely find us on there. We got this right on all the platforms. Yeah, I'm like, what are they called? Apps on all the platforms, and we are building it, growing it. So it may not seem complete or full of information now, but definitely make sure you're following us so you can stay tuned.
Yeah, you don't want to be one of those people that was like, I was there when. But
was
just
there
know that
first.
we're growing this together. We're figuring it out together. But please go like and follow us on all those things, and then there will be more to come.
And to add to that, we also have our first sponsor. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Dubby Energy. That's DUBBY Energy. If you listen to us for any amount of time, you know life is basically one giant side quest. Between work, kids, coaching, family, and now a podcast, there's always something going on. Dubby has become one of my go-to energy drinks because it gives me the boost I need without all the crash. It's 0 sugar, tastes great, and honestly has been a nice change from some of the other options out there. If you want to try it for yourself, head to dubby.gg and use code WeGotThisRight for 10% off your order. That's We Got This Right, all one word at checkout.
And then we also did a poll that we want to share some of our results with that. So, Kaelee, the question and what were some of the answers that we got?
Yeah, on Instagram, on our story, when our episode went live, the question was, what's one thing you're currently figuring out in life? I think we got some really great responses, and we won't share any names, but some of them were purpose, which I
love
think is
that one. That's such a good one.
really beautiful. Staying productive and doing the things I say I'm going to do.
Me too.
I need help with that.
Same.
Every day. Being financially self-sufficient.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
think-
one too.
Yeah, I'm like, we need some resources on that one. And then weight loss. And I think, we all struggle, and
Same. I struggle
Yeah.
with that one too.
I know. So I think that these are all really great things, and maybe some future topics.
Yeah,
So
and thank you for those of you that chimed in. We really appreciate that. And we're trying to keep polls up. So if you check our Instagram, there'll be various polls. We also did a Do You Know Who This Is with JTT and Nick Carter. And shockingly, some of y'all did not know who they were. So, but a lot of you did. So you probably had crushes too.
kudos to those people. I was like, how
Yeah.
can they not know who this is? But
I know.
demographic. So
Yeah. So to get into this week's episode, could I survive? What do we got?
all right. Well, so I think I'll start asking you the
Yeah,
questions.
let's
Is that
start.
okay?
Yep.
I had this thought a lot growing up, and I don't know if you played Oregon Trail, like the game in school.
I'd get to school early to get my floppy disk to get to go
Yeah.
play on the computer
I
in the
know.
library.
And we'd always get dysentery.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be really fun to start there with the Oregon Trail, and if we think we could survive it, but we have a couple other scenarios. So
Okay, start there.
go ahead. Oregon Trail, would you survive?
I don't know. I guess it would depend on my mom and pa, or am I the mom and pa? But
How old am I in this scenario?
am I a child? Am I the adult? But true story. And I think some people that I know have been listening to the podcast were on this adventure with me. But when I was a kid, we went on something called the Trek. It was through my church, and we dressed in pioneer clothing, including bonnets and bloomers and dresses and aprons and boots. And we trekked through the wilderness with carts and ate beef jerky
Oh my
apples.
gosh.
True story.
How long was this?
I don't know. I'm going to have to go look through my scrapbooks. I want to say 2 nights, 3 days. We did
Serious?
it on a member of our church's property.
Okay, so you weren't like in the random wilderness.
it was-
kind of, but
yeah. It was acres and acres and acres of land. Like if someone truly got hurt. Well, no, I mean,
No, you
there
were
was
out
no
there.
cars out there. Yeah, we were.
you had weigh-ins.
And there was one part, and it was like to reenact an actual event where we had to unload our wagons and take our wagon through this dry riverbed and take it across, and then bring all of our stuff from point
Oh, like
A
if it was
back over
yeah.
the riverbed to our wagon. We had a hoedown.
Oh my gosh. What was your favorite part? Was that your favorite part?
Yeah, there was a really cute boy in my family, and he was supposed to be my brother.
In your family?
In my family. Yeah, I have pictures of that. He was adorable. He was supposed to be my brother, but not actually my brother. Just pretend
Just
for
for the
only for 2 nights, 3 days. He was
for the
my brother.
trek. Okay.
The rest of the time he was just a cute boy. But do I think I would survive? I mean,
Oh, you guys go, like, you travel, you're outdoorsy, you
yeah.
camp. Like, I feel like you could,
I might lose a limb or two, but I think I would make it.
you'd have your hoe down.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What about you? You think you'd survive?
I
Did
think
you?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
With all appendages.
I'd probably lose some toes. I don't know. But to your point, if I wasn't like the ma or pa, maybe not, because
That
I'm
seems
just like a
scarier.
sickly little child, you know, I'm like dependent on these people around me. But if I'm older, but then you have to care for other people,
I
maybe.
know.
Like, I don't know.
You'd go hungry to feed your children.
Exactly. So my kids might survive. I might
Yeah.
not. But I didn't have the trek and
I
hoedown
know I was going to say, so
experience.
did you not travel in bloomers as a child?
No. I'm like,
I-
where?
I will find photos. I actually think I know where they are, and we will
Okay.
post
We'll post them.
Well, maybe I'll have to blur. No, I have one of just me with my
Or
bonnet.
we could cover faces or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Okay. We'll share those because I'm sure they're wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Zombie apocalypse.
Should we tally? Let's keep a tally. So far we both think we'd survive Oregon Trail. So that's
Yes.
one. Okay. Zombie apocalypse.
Mhm.
Oh, I was a huge Walking Dead fan. Like huge. I do think I could survive the initial go of a zombie apocalypse, but like 5, 10, 15 years, like, I don't know. I think everyone's going to die in the end. It
Yeah.
gets
Hard to
harder and harder.
sustain.
Mm-hmm. So, but I do think initially, yes, but I think everyone dies in the end.
Yeah.
So,
So
I mean, I guess
that's a half a
play this one
point.
now.
That's a half a point. No. I mean, I agree. I think it would be really hard without the resources we have and how we live today. And to your point, like Oregon Trail, you like, you know, that's kind of how you live, like on the road and getting to where you're going. But zombies, I mean, eventually they're going to find you because they're going to be hungry and we're all going to be zombies. So I think no.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
one yes, one no. It'd be fun too. We should do some polls
Okay.
on
What
this
people
when-
would think. Yeah, we
yeah,
should.
if
We'll
they
put
think
that.
they'd survive.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. We
I
could
mean-
like we could hole up somewhere and like, but then you get lonely and then there's like
Mhm.
no life.
Where I lived in Graham, you had to drive down this like really long stretch of road to get to where we lived out there, and like Mount Rainier was just beautiful off in the distance, and eventually they started to build this huge warehouse of some sort. Eventually we found out it was like water warehouse or whatever. But I remember one day driving that road with my brother when they were building it. I'm like, zombie apocalypse, that's where we're going. Taking over the warehouse. We'll have snipers up on the top. We'll
Take 'em
center in the
out.
middle. Yeah. Like,
Well, and
made
that's
my plan.
funny. For a while, like when zombies were a really big thing, every time I'd see a building like that or something up high and you can't really get, I'm like, that's it.
The
That's it.
correction facility out,
Yeah.
like on the
Yeah, we'll be behind the fences. Like we're good. Okay, so one yes, one no.
The other thing about a zombie apocalypse is like I think like you're mentally prepared for the zombies, but it's what people start to do to each other.
That's what there's no laws. It's like,
It's
yeah.
the Wild West, and people they want to take care of their like me and mine. So
Mhm.
you know, it's the people. The
Yeah.
longer you go. So
I don't think I'd want to
No.
survive it. I'm good. I'm good. Reality TV. Like if you're in a reality TV show.
I don't think anyone gets out of that unscathed. No.
No. I don't want people to know things. And they record you and make you look a certain way depending on who they want you to be, I think.
Well, and they really aren't reality TV. And actually, and I think it was in episode 1 or 2, we talked about, I've done some acting, and the 2 bigger gigs-ish that I had, one was on a show on E! Called My Crazy Life, and it was celebrities would tell a story. And so we would reenact that story. And it was so overhyped. So like one of them was Jenny McCarthy. She was at a bar and this girl picked a fight with her. And so we reenacted that. And then another one I was on MTV called High School Stories, and it was their story. But even in production, they were like, bigger. We want to like, you got to be so
Like dramatized. Yeah.
And even like, I just read a book by someone who was on reality TV, and he was like, they would make us do 40 takes of something that naturally happened till they got their cut. So like
Mhm.
none of it's real. And If they want to make you a villain, they can edit it to make you a villain. If they want you to be the person that people like this season, they're going to edit it to make it so that they like you this season. But all that being said, I've always wanted to go on Big Brother. And now Traitors, the show Traitors.
Okay, so if you were on those shows, yes, maybe.
Well, I don't know. You still come out and people send you death threats and hate you.
Yeah.
So I feel like anytime, I mean, even
Yeah.
the podcast, like anytime you put yourself out there, not everyone's going to like you, right? So I would survive, but not come out unscathed.
Okay, I like it. I like it. So we'll give that a yes.
Okay.
I mean, you're out, but you're getting some therapy.
Hopefully they'll pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna say no. There's nothing that I would want to be on or like be exposed and vulnerable like that or be portrayed in a certain way. And then you have your family and friend, like that's forever nowadays. Yeah. Anything like that. And even with this podcast, like you said, we're putting ourselves out there. Like this is all real. And so I think I'm good. I'll have a no on that one.
Okay.
I'm not even going to go there. I'm staying home. High school today.
Oh gosh, no.
No.
It seems so terrible with social media and just, I feel like kids are, I mean, I guess, no. I mean, you hear stories from when our parents were kids and it seemed like there was a lot more fighting and bullying was like more acceptable, right? Like they're just picking on the whatever kid or boys are boys. But I feel like with social media and stuff, kids are just so mean and, you know, they get images and then those images are forever and they use them against you and like.
And that too, like, when you're behind a phone or on social media or whatever, it doesn't feel real. You know what I mean? You can just hide behind that and you don't have to actually address it, but you're hurting someone on the other end.
Yeah.
So
you feel like desensitized. Well, and one of my friends back in Washington, she was saying how her kids, no one will know who they are, but they like won't poop at school.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, but because kids will take pictures of the shoes under the stall and post it on group chat and be like, this person was pooping in the bathroom. I'm like, how?
Like that's normal behavior. Like
yeah, and it's just, it seems, yeah, no, thank you. And I feel like too, even looking at my daughter and your daughter together, they want to be what they see in these TikTok videos and on Instagram. And it's like, no, you're a kid, be 11, be 10, be almost 12, I guess. But like, you have your whole life to be that 25-year-old girl. Yeah.
But how do you get that through? Like you can't.
You can.
It's so hard. And I guess in a sense, these kids don't know any different.
Right.
Like we do. We had a totally different experience and even our parents before us. So unless you live it, unless you know it, I mean, that's all you know.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure our kids one day will be like, back in my day.
Yeah. We had social media now. And then in the future, now robots
in your brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like a virtual reality.
But high school sucks. I feel like no matter what, middle school more, but high school too. And I tell my boys all the time, well, my middle's going into high school, but my oldest, I'm like, dude, this is such a blip. I know it feels big and forever, but you're so smart. And these kids that are brutal,
you won't see them.
You're
like
not
it's
going
to be
again.
Done.
Yeah.
But it's hard when you're living through it. Because,
it is hard. Yeah,
it's like
not to just diminish that. But
yeah, like how you're growing.
Mm-hmm.
These are like pivotal moments. And I didn't even like high school when I went to high school. I did full-time running start to run away. It was so much better to be with intellectual people of different ages. There wasn't bullying. Like that isn't acceptable.
Like-minded people.
Yeah, that was really nice. But then again, like I missed prom. I missed all these other things. But then I'm looking back, I'm like, that's okay. It wasn't for me. So
yeah, I'm encouraging my oldest to next year take all AP and you know, because even then I'm like, even though you're still at the high school, you're with other kids that want to excel, care about academics.
Yeah,
really smart,
focused.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But I think high school just sucks. I don't know. I did get lucky though. I still lived in Washington my freshman year, which was considered middle school. And then we moved to California and I was a sophomore. So to me, it was my first year of high school, but everyone else had been there since like ninth grade. But it was a really small school. I think my graduating class was like 127, but like it really wasn't that bad. It was kind of, I don't know. I don't
just
feel
okay.
middle school was way worse for me. High school wasn't so bad, but would I do it again? No. Would I do it now? Absolutely not.
No. Yeah, I would say it was opposite for me. Middle school was a lot better and friend group and things like that. But the thing is, I had a boyfriend in ninth grade and we had this big group, but then he dropped out of school
Mm-hmm.
and he was a grade above me, but he dropped out. And then as my whole friend group was like, bye, so they were still in school, but he wasn't. So I was all by myself. It felt awful, and so having to rebuild when you've had this friend group for so long was not great. So
Yeah.
I was like, get me out of here. So no and no for both of
Yeah,
us.
no. It's
I
probably
think we
my
could
least.
survive, but we wouldn't
We
want
wouldn't
to.
want to. Yeah.
So, yeah. Way to go, kids, today. Living without Amazon.
I mean, yes, I could. I did try for a little bit, but it is just so stinking convenient. And remember the days when your kid needed something for dance class on Tuesday and you went to store A and they didn't have it. So you go to store B and they don't have it. You go to store C and they don't. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Like, okay, we need this. We live in a smaller community. Not everything's here. We have to go up to Tucson for a lot of stuff. Just order it on Amazon. It'll be at my doorstep between 4 and 8
I know
a.m. and 8 a.m.
it's always so
quick.
weird.
Yeah.
Like 4 to 8 a.m. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing at 4 a.m. on my doorstep? It's so weird.
Well, sometimes my kids will be like, when will I get here? And I'll be like, when you wake up.
Open your eyes and it's here.
Yeah.
Well, and same thing. I feel like I could. It would really be awful because I actually get my prescriptions through
Yeah.
Amazon.
And you do most of your grocery shopping.
Yeah, you can do grocery shopping, pharmacy, medical, all of that through there. And I have a lot of medication. So it's really nice to have big supplies of medication and just set it on auto order, auto resend,
Just shows
refill.
up.
It just shows up. And it's so great because even if I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to run out of this in the next 2 days, to your point, it's here the next day.
Yeah.
And it's comparable pricing wise. I mean, maybe even cheaper. So, I mean, I would not like going to the pharmacy all the time like I used to. Getting grocery, like shopping takes so much out of me,
Yeah.
like health wise, which we'll talk about soon. But yeah, it would be really rough.
Plus, because I do go to the pharmacies here, I was at the one closer to us and I've switched to a different grocery store to get our prescriptions. But like, we live in a retirement community. It is never quick. It is always, I always leave irritated. I have to remind myself to like breathe, do a little Zen yoga on the floor in front of the pharmacy to like take a deep breath and let it out slowly and say something I'm grateful for. Yeah, the pharmacy trips are not fun. Maybe I should try that. And then the groceries too. I hadn't really ever grocery shopped. You've told me that groceries are being delivered or I have to Amazon grocery shop. I know you've done it for a while. And so I started looking and a lot of the items are actually cheaper than if I went to Fry's or Safeway. So
like if you can plan it, which you do, we've talked about your tremendous dinner planning skills, then you can plan it and order it. And it's nice because it's quick.
Yeah.
Plus you get frozen water bottles in there to keep yourself cold. So you get some free water out of it. But yeah, it's nice and it is cheaper.
Yeah. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but maybe someday. So
Yeah,
share us with your friends so we can grow our audience and they'll sponsor us.
Yeah, try and do some Amazon
Yeah.
grocery shopping. It
Let
is
us know if you do it.
convenient. And I find the prices to be better than if I actually went to the grocery store. But I'm still like a twice a month Costco haul.
And I don't go to Costco
Oh,
ever.
Gosh.
And you do. And I'm like, maybe I need to get back on that. But then you spend so much money.
I do. I go on Friday if you want to come.
But you do have boys. And I feel like boys eat so much.
So much.
So, yeah.
I
If I had
know.
boys, I probably would.
I don't know what I was just listening to, but they're like, moms out there, did you not realize, because this is news to me, that my kids want to eat 5 times a day every day.
Now it's summer
It's
for
so
us.
expensive. It's so expensive. They're just always, and then my oldest son is a swimmer and he swims for 2 to 2.5 hours every day right now. And then when school swim starts, he's going to actually be swimming for like 4 hours 3 times a week. Burns so many calories. And so I'm like, no wonder you're an endless pit of starvation because you're burning through your calories on top of being a growing teenage boy, because he's tall. He's a big boy.
Yeah. And this is like, where they burn a lot and just naturally, metabolically, whatever. But then swimming, I can't even imagine.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
Last one, being stranded at Target overnight.
I mean, would we survive? 100%.
Duh.
But like, am I alone or am I with friends? Like, am I with like a couple friends or am I like by myself?
Let's just assume you're alone.
Okay. I mean, it'd be so much more fun with friends, but I could totally like, what would I do? Because I was thinking like with friends, we could race down the aisle. Look,
Oh, that'd be
what's
fun.
that old show, The Grocery Store, like where you would like you've had it.
Supermarket sweep.
Yeah, we could do like supermarket sweep with our grocery cards and like run up and down and like
race.
race. But if I was by myself, I mean, I'd probably okay, I know what I'd do. I would go to the little Disney section that has a little TV and I'd listen to the Disney music and get a little stuffy of, I don't know, Ariel and make myself a
Aw.
little bed and just close my eyes and pretend I'm in Disneyland.
That's so cute. But they also have the
Like some-
TV,
yeah,
so
like
maybe you could
popcorn.
like, you know, just stream to the TV,
Yeah.
you know? That would be fun. But then get snacks.
It'd be so much more fun with friends though.
It would.
But I mean, I would totally survive and have a grand
What was
time.
the movie that was it like Natalie
Oh yeah, where she gets locked in Walmart and delivers her baby and it's the
Yeah.
Walmart baby.
Yeah. But you know what? That's so funny is it was one of my fears growing up that I would get left in a store, locked in a store. Like, what would I do? And would they come back for me? But I was actually left at a water park when I was younger. So it's possible to be left behind when you have a big family. So I think we both would survive. It'd be funner with friends.
I want to know. I feel like one of my cousins was left at a rest stop once.
A rest stop?
I wonder if my grandma would remember. She probably won't.
Is your cousin listening?
No, he passed away in
Oh.
2007. I wonder if his mom would know, but she wasn't on the trip with us. I'm going to find out. TBD. I'm going to reach
Okay.
out to my aunt. But
Rest stop.
I feel like one of my cousins was we were traveling from Washington to California, and I feel like one of my cousins was briefly like, how terrifying.
That's scary. I mean, I was scared. I was at Wild Waves and
Oh yeah.
big family, 8
Which
kids.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it's
the last
closing.
year.
Yeah, so it's a water park with amusement rides, and it was kind of like the place to be in summer in Washington. And so we all went together and big group, friends of my siblings and stuff too. Well, my brothers went on a ride and they were closing down the park. And so they're like, we're going to go on this ride real quick and then we'll be back. Well, everyone's packed up. They're not back yet. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go get them. I know where they are. And I just walk off and no one knows I'm gone. Like no one knows I left. But we went the opposite way because it's kind of big. So we were the opposite path. So I never saw them. They never saw me. They all left. Well, when you have a big family, we had to take 2 cars, right? And so my dad thought my mom had me and my mom thought my dad had me. And I'm like this terrified little child. The gates are locked. I'm like, ah.
Did like security find you?
Well, I went up to like somebody in the park and told them that I think my family left me behind.
And listeners, this is like pre-cell phones. This is like you have to go
Yeah.
call collect. And then if parents aren't home, they're en route to home. Like they're not home to
No,
get
they
the
don't have
call.
cell phones. No. And from where this was, it was
Just a
Federal Way.
Mhm.
This was like a couple hour drive home, So luckily there was like an intuition thing because my mom was like, well, she's not in the car with me. Like I didn't see her. And so they pulled over on the side of the road and were like, do you have her? And they realized they didn't and turned around to get me. But can you imagine?
Did they give you like a free stuffy or like
No.
nothing?
I just sat there on a bench like a sad little child.
If you're going to get lost anywhere, I guess
Give me
Wild
something.
Waves isn't the place to do it. What year was that?
Oh my gosh. It had to have been
Like
in the
90s,
late 90s.
like 96, 97.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like how, I mean, the chances are wild, but like how random would it be if we were both at Wild Waves at the same time?
We probably would have been.
Yep.
Like, like all these weird moments that just align. And then we moved here and we became friends and we moved from Washington. Like all the things. We probably were.
I know, because I was there a lot
I
as
know.
a kid.
That was like our summer thing,
Same, like, well, we moved in 98. So probably like 95 to 98, I was there constantly with like friends.
We were probably there.
Or like even my school, like we would do trips there and stuff,
How far was it away from where you live? Was it pretty close?
Oh yeah, super close.
Yeah.
Well, from where I lived in Graham, I guess it was probably like 45, 50 minutes. But like from Tacoma, like where I lived before I moved here, I mean, I would drive by Wild Waves all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, or like get to SeaTac, like it passed right by Wild Waves.
I didn't know they were closing this. This
This
is
is
their
the last
season.
year.
Go to
And
Wild Waves if you can, guys. It's your last chance.
I think they're putting in like industrial trekking complexes, which
Ugh.
is such an eyesore. It's fun
So
to drive by Wild
sad.
Waves and like see all the sleds and the
All the
families there having
people.
fun. Yeah.
Well, and there's not enough of those places
No.
anymore. Here we're lucky, like our community has a water park and stuff, but even you could drive, there's places to go and it's close by. But in Washington, that's kind of one of the reasons we moved too, is there wasn't a lot of places to go like that. And then it being gone.
Yeah.
Eh. Well, that was our last one. So You had... Wait, what was our answer on that one for you?
For Target, I would survive.
You would survive. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we both had 3 yeses and 3 nos.
Okay. So
Yeah, tie. So we want to know from you guys, though. I mean, if you guys think you would survive these situations, we'll put a poll as well. I think it'll be funny to see.
I do too.
And I hope you guys know Oregon Trail because that was life. And I want to know if you had a trekking experience with bloomers. And
I know. Oh my gosh. I mean, I do think some of my friends listening were on that trip with me. So
okay,
yeah.
let us know. Let us know. So that is that. What are you reading right now?
I am reading, well, a couple things like always, right? I'm still doing the Winning the War in Your Mind because I'm working on that like with my therapist. So kind of slowly workbook style. But I'm also reading one called Of Mess and Moxie by Jen Hatmaker. Um,
How's it? How do you like it so far?
It's okay. I'm almost done. I'm gonna finish it. And I think me like 10 years ago would have loved this book. I would have thought it was so great and so many helpful hints. It's just, you know how different books speak to you at different times. So I just maybe I'm reading it in the wrong season. But I do think a lot of people would like it. I was telling you, feel like she has a real Brene Brown tone to
Oh, and
her
you
writing.
on the audiobook
It's
too?
yeah. So I'm not doing the audio anymore. I'm just reading the physical book. Because I was going back and forth, listeners. Like if I was in the car, I could like throw on a chapter real quick, but I definitely like after reading it more because
Mhm.
even the way she speaks reminds me of listening to like Brene Brown books.
That's hard
BBB.
to say.
I know. So I'm reading that, and then I'm also reading The One and Only Ivan. I'm almost done with that too because it's a really quick read. It's a book for kids. So, but I text you because I opened it when I started it, and the dedication was for Julia, which obviously isn't me, but like I was like, oh,
It's meant to
yeah.
be. I
So-
know. Maybe he thought of like Ivan and you.
I
had this
know.
bond
Just like we had a
connection.
moment through the
I
glass.
know. Poor little Ivan. Yeah, you're reading 3 books. Wow. Okay, I'm just reading one right now. Well, aside from the ones on pause, but it's A Fire in the Sky. It's a series by Sophie Jordan, and I'm a fantasy reader, so I don't know if I've mentioned that, but that's kind of where all my books kind of fall into genre-wise, and it's dragons and royalty and magic and forbidden magic and all of that. So far it's really good. And it's, I mean, I just started it yesterday and I'm almost done. So more to come on how it turns out, but I'll be reading number 2 probably tonight. So, we'll link it. We'll link our books. You guys can check them out.
So if you're a big fantasy reader, I don't know if I've ever asked you, do you ever read like Terry Brooks books, like the Shannara series?
No, like the Chronicles or whatever.
Yeah.
Genre. No, I haven't, but I think it's on my list.
Okay. He's
Yeah.
from Seattle
Yeah.
and he was my ex-husband's favorite author. He had all of his books. Half of them were like signed by him, and I went with him a couple times to like
Mm-hmm.
meet him and like get autographs and stuff. But one of my sons, I had bought them a couple like Terry Brooks books because they're like, what was after he passed away, and we're like grasping for straws to feel connected to him because we didn't end up with much of his stuff. So I bought my son from Bookman's, our favorite bookstore, a few Terry Brooks books, and my son finally cracked one open. I was reading
Does
it
he like
last night.
it?
I don't know. He's not very far into it, but I'm
Okay.
hoping because I think too, not only would it like
You'll have
I
a
w-
connection.
a connection with dad and like the
Yeah.
like I mean all of Robert's Terry Brooks books I think he'd read more than once, and so
Mm-hmm.
I was just curious if you'd ever read them because I know Kate loved them too. She and Robert would like talk about the books way back in the day.
Maybe I have at some point in time because I've always been a reader, but like I have a really bad memory now too. So I don't know. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, I was
But
just curious.
yeah.
All right, so that's what we're reading.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how your books turn out, and I want to read Ivan. So
Yes, I really love Ivan.
And, okay, so are we ready for
Side Quest of the Week?
I know I was waiting for that. Side Quest of the Week. What's yours? Do you have one?
I do, but it's kind of lame. I do have like weapons in my household, and they're in a safe where they should be, where they belong. And it's a safe that I've had for a really long time. Like when I was married, it was like our safe on our nightstand. And it has a touchpad. And so we've had the same touchpad code in it for like probably like 15, 17 years. But I don't know, somehow the battery pack that's for the keypad got eroded. And so even though I've tried to clean it out and fix it, the battery acid, I'm guessing, because it's green,
Mhm.
right? That's battery acid. It's eroded. So the keypad doesn't work. So I have to have the keys. Well, then and I always before, like the keys were locked, put away because we just had the keypad. Because I do strongly believe if you have weapons in your home, they should not be accessible to children. And so I try very hard to find that balance between having it on my nightstand for protection and also like important documents are in there too. But never having the keys accessible because I always use the keypad. Well, the keypad's been broken, and so I've had keys, but like I moved the keys, so like if the kids ever found the keys, they're not in the same spot. So I have put these keys in a special place,
So special.
so special that I have forgotten where said spot is. And so I have been looking for over a week, but like really this week, just looking in the most random of places. Are they in the garage? Are they here? Are they there? Cannot find these keys. I even paused and like prayed, like, God, please, because my
Shine a light on the key.
my passport is in there.
Oh, no.
And I need my passport. And I've bought a new safe that I'm going to move all my stuff back into so I can have a keypad, like a touchpad. So I want to move everything from the old safe to the new safe and then see if I can find someone to like fix the old safe. Because I actually like that one better than the one I bought on Amazon. But I cannot find the keys and it's driving
Can you
nuts.
like pay the kids like a hunt? Like, hey, first person to find the keys gets $5.
So I thought about doing something like that, but one, I don't want them to tear up my house. And two, I honestly don't think any of them know what the keys look like. Like they've never touched them. They've never seen them. So even though I think my kids are old enough and smart enough to like see these keys and be like, oh, I wonder what this opens and put two and two together, like they also have never seen them. And so if God forbid, like any of my kids ever found the keys, I think it'd be so like, I don't know what this is, and like toss it back in the drawer. So I did think about that too, but I guess if I'm moving everything from safe 1 to safe 2, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's driving me nuts.
It's going to be in the most obvious place,
I know.
too. Like when you least expect it, you're like, oh.
I know. It's driving me nuts though. I'm like,
That's literally a side quest, like a never-ending side quest.
like every time I'm cleaning the house, I'm like, oh, that basket. No. Or like just is it under my mattress? Like stupid places. And I cannot find these stupid keys and it's driving me nuts. And
You'll have to let us know.
I also have been talking to a friend about her husband taking us to the shooting range, and I would like to have my
Be hard to do.
It's been a long time since I've shot my weapons, and I feel like it's important. When I first got divorced, even though Robert and I would go shooting a lot, and we've raised our kids around shooting and like guns and feeling comfortable with the guns and not being curious about it. I took a women's weapons course. Like it was all women in the class. And it was safety and guidelines and how each mechanism of the guns work and blah, blah, blah. It was fascinating. I haven't really shot in probably like 5-6 years. Like, it's like pre-COVID, really.
And if you're not doing it.
Yeah. And I want to feel comfortable with it. And so, yeah.
Hopefully you find them.
I know.
You have to let us know if you find them.
I know.
I mean, you'd have to probably get somebody to come and break it open, huh?
Well, I was wondering, like a locksmith.
Yeah. They would
key,
drill in, probably.
Maybe. But our safe's protected against stuff like that.
Yeah, but I do think there's ways.
There has to be, right?
Yeah. So
I know.
We'll have to look into it.
One of my old friends is a police officer, and I know she listens. Maybe I should text her and be like, hey, question.
How do I get into my own safe if I can't find the keys?
Or can I like hire a locksmith, or do I have to have like some kind of like proof that this is my safe? I'm not breaking into like.
I know you're like, the safe is,
yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
And you've had it so long.
You've had it so long.
Yikes. I didn't even know that. Like all week you've just been driving yourself mad trying to find keys.
I mean, I feel like it's been longer than a week, but like I think I've been looking for them for probably like a month maybe, but but like now it's like driving me nuts that it's an obsession to find these damn keys.
Well, you're gonna find them, I hope.
What's yours?
I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know if I have one. I mean, it's been a busy week, but I would say I have been going crazy. I applied for this job in March, and waiting for, the interviews and all this, I kind of gave up on it. But on Friday, we had this conversation and it was like, how's this job looking? And I was considering the role, but I hadn't had an official offer. So today I finally got the offer and I accepted. And so I'm starting a new job July 6th, but it's so scary. And I think there's so much emotion around leaving, starting something new. It's scary. I have really awesome coworkers. Like, how am I going to survive this new role without them? So I'm really struggling with how to tell them I'm leaving. So probably tomorrow, that's going to be my work day. But super excited though for an opportunity. So I've been at the company I'm with 4.5 years, and I feel I get kind of like, I don't want to say burnt out, but I feel like I outgrow things. I'm like, I need more challenge. I need more growth. And so really excited for that. And it's kind of cool timing because I just finished my degree. So it kind of feels like a step up after that. So that's been my side quest of like, going crazy. He's like, I'm sending you the offer and never
Well, it's
getting
been
it.
like a long interview
Yeah.
process too, right? Like you applied a
Yeah.
long time ago and then like the interview
Like 3
process has been,
months.
yeah. So it's been a long process. It hasn't been a
Smooth like
yeah.
interview. But I mean, I feel really blessed in a lot of ways because I know a lot of people are looking for work right now
Yeah.
and or trying to change jobs or, make more money, whatever it may be. So, just even though it took as long as it did, having an opportunity and being offered the opportunity is huge, and accepting that today. So just kind of figuring out like the wind down and, letting people know and just making that transition. It's scary, but also
Yeah.
exciting. So
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
excited for you.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll see how it goes. I could like be reporting back and tell you it was the worst thing ever.
I hope not.
But
I think
yeah,
it's fabulous.
thank you. Thank you.
Well, random question. Do
Okay.
you have a survival story? Like, have you ever survived something like
Like getting left at a
not like
water park?
yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
not like a car accident or something like that, but something that like most people can't say happened to them?
Um,
I guess most people can't say they were left at a water park, but you
I mean, the
different
only
story.
thing that comes to mind, and it's not even like a survival thing, is when I was younger, well, maybe it kind of is. We lived in Linwood and we lived on this hill and it was snowing, and it doesn't snow much in Washington. So we're like, snow, we're crazy, right? I was with my brothers and we were outside, and this big dog, I want to say it was like a German Shepherd because it was like, the coloring and just big. And I don't know what it was, but he had beef with me and he
Oh,
was chasing me and I was terrified. I was like screaming, running to my brothers, and I wasn't fast enough and it's snowy. So my oldest brother is like, and he's always a protector. So he did save me, but
did you get bit at all? Or just
no,
scratched?
no. But so luckily it was quick, like he got in there and like saved me, but
You
it
don't have
did.
hot dogs in your pocket?
No beef jerky
No.
for my trek, like nothing.
Oh,
But I don't know what it was. Maybe I was just frolicking or something and like caught his eye.
scary.
But ever since that time, I was like scared of big dogs, which is funny because I fell in
You
love with
have a
my
big
big dog.
Yeah.
I'm fine now because I feel like I kind of outgrew that, and I'm glad I'm not scared of dogs.
Yeah.
Probably more scared of little dogs than big dogs. So,
Yeah.
but it was a close one, and I feel like so many kids get attacked by
I
dogs
know. I hear more and more, I feel like, too.
yeah, like keep them locked up on a leash and don't let them roam free and attack little children. So,
Yeah.
but that was mine. I mean, it wasn't super survival-y, but what's yours?
I worked at Safeway for 8 years starting when I was in college, and I worked as a courtesy clerk, and then I worked in the deli, and then we called it the booth. I don't think they call it that anymore, but essentially customer service. So I did
Mhm.
all the money. So I reset all the tills, I filled the change machines.
Did you do lotto?
We did lotto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I loved it because I was so good at finding, oh, we're short 51 cents on register 6. And like, oh, I was just so good at finding. Whenever there was someone stealing, I could figure out who it was. Like, so good at
Safeway
it.
detective.
Oh my God. And then I ended up in loss prevention for a little bit, but like, so good at it. I loved like finding the mystery of balancing the books and making everything pretty. I became a manager in that department, but I was working, and then my best friend and roommate, she would sometimes work the customer service booth, but she was doing liquor, so she would like order and stock the liquor department, which is on the opposite side of customer service. So I was in customer service, and like in hindsight, when you're like, oh, that felt off, like that piece stuck out to me, but at
Mhm.
the time you didn't make sense of it. And so I had to run something back to the meat department. And I remember, and it was hot. It's in Sacramento. It's a hot day. And there was a guy, and he had a hoodie on with a Hawaiian shirt over it
What?
and a hat, like a baseball cap with the hoodie over it, and then a hoodie on with a Hawaiian shirt over it. And I remember seeing him walk in the store, because where you walked in, you'd like have to walk by customer
Mhm.
service. And then I saw him in the meat department. I'm like, man, that guy's been here a long time. He didn't have a cart. He didn't have like a basket. And so I remember thinking like, oh, he's been here a long time, but who knows? Maybe he's waiting for a prescription. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's
Meditating
waiting
in
for
the aisle, in
Yeah.
the aisle for a prescription.
Right. He's breathing in and out because his prescription's taking so long. So I remember thinking that was weird. But then he comes to customer service, and he had a Western Union form, and we did a lot of Western Unions. And on it was a piece of paper that said, give me all the money in the safe.
Oh, God.
And if you make any noise, and he had his hand in his
Mhm.
Hawaiian shirt was kind of pulled up, and his hand was in his hoodie, and he like pointed towards me. And right next to where, and it's weird too, like in an instant like this, like all the thoughts that run through your head. Well, right in front of where my customer service booth was, there's a display of upcoming holiday and toys and stuff. And there were like kids looking at toys. And I
Oh my
remember
gosh.
thinking, oh, there's kids right here. And so he told me to empty the safe. This is a total God thing, but he gave me bags. He gave me double bagged bags to fill the safe. And what's dumb too about our setup is like where he's standing, where the door opens, like the safe is right there. And so I gave him, like, I put boxes of dimes in the bag first, and then I put some ones, and I closed that bag, and I brought it out to him, and I took the second set of bags, and I was going back in, and he goes, "You're a stupid," and he leaves. I think because I gave him change. So I ended up
Oh.
giving him $500 in dimes.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
like I think it was like $500 in ones. But I gave him the dime boxes. They come in these big
Mhm.
boxes, 250 in each box. And he left. And so I call my manager. I'm like, we just got robbed, blah, 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 blah. She calls the police, and the police come. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. I was totally fine, keeping my cool, keeping my composure, telling him what I thought, how much money I think I gave them, what he looked like, description. I saw him in the meat department. He's probably on this camera. He's probably on that camera. And then my best friend and roommate comes around the corner,
Oh.
and she grabs my face and she goes, dude, what's wrong? And I just burst out crying. And
Oh.
like she just knew. She didn't know anything. No, we were trying to keep it like under wraps, get the police report before everything gets crazy. And she was coming to see if I wanted to get lunch, and she just comes around the corner and could just tell.
That's something.
And the police were already like around the corner in my manager's office, like not even at the booth anymore. And she could just tell. And she's like,
That's
dude,
just
what's
crazy.
wrong?
They left you out there after all that happened. Like,
Oh, I didn't get any time off.
they were just like, come back and work.
Well, when I worked in Washington, there was a store that was robbed at night. Their night crew was robbed, and they were all zip tied. And I
Oh,
remember thinking, like, thank God it was nothing like that. So I've heard horror
I worked
stories
at
and stuff.
QFC at night as a checker. And yeah, like the one door, the security's outside. It's so scary.
Well, and I think my oldest son cannot wait to get a job, and kids usually work at the Baskin Robbins or the
Yeah.
pizza parlor at night. And I was joking with my son. I took him to get a Subway the other day, and he's like, I think I want my first job to be Subway. And I was like, you're going to be closing, and I'm going to be that mom that's parked in the parking lot
Watching
with
you.
my safe I can't open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making sure
Just
that you're
throw it at him.
Yeah. I'll just like bang him over the head. I'm like, there's a weapon in here.
Yeah,
I
don't
can't
make
get
me
to
use it.
Just put my hand in my hoodie.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Because you didn't even know.
I didn't even know. They asked me, did he actually have a gun? I was like, I wasn't going to find out. It could have been a squirt gun. It could have been his finger. I don't know.
But did you want to risk it for your life or those
Or the kids?
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't
Gosh.
imagine sending my kid to work. But yeah, and I still to this day have the police report. I found it not too long
Oh
ago.
my
Like I
gosh.
still have the stupid police report, but they never found the guy. And if you robbed the Safeway on Howe Avenue in like 2003, you suck.
But thanks for leaving you alive
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
oh, that's so
pleasure.
scary.
Yeah. So that's my
scary.
survival.
I mean, yours was way better than mine. I mean, better, but worse than
Well,
mine.
mine has such a crappy memory, but like I remember so much about
that.
that.
I mean, it was trauma. That's scary. And how our brains function in those moments of like quick thinking and giving the change, and it's heavy and like filling the bag, but not filling the bag.
Well,
You know what I mean?
The police being like, that was so
Why'd you do
smart to
that?
give them the dimes. And I was like, It was the first thing I saw. I had just gotten money delivered, which I also think he must have known like our Brinks schedule. And so the change was in the front because I hadn't sorted the cash yet. But I took credit for it. They're like, that was so smart. Good
You're like,
job. You probably
"Thanks."
saved the store a lot of money. And I was like, yeah, I totally did it on purpose.
What?
Oh my gosh. I know I'm going to have to text some of you and be like, shout out. You're going to be a lot on episode 4. But
Sorry,
I didn't
guys.
say any names. But yeah, we were such a tight knit group too. Most of us had started either as courtesy clerks or in the deli. And so we all worked in the deli and we called ourselves the DC crew. And we always said we'd get tattoos, which I'm still down to get, guys. But we were the DC crew and we would like...
You guys are cool, right?
But it was like all of us girls and one guy, and he was in a frat, so we'd go party with his frat all the time. Shout out TKE.
What was he in the DC crew too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we would always like sing show tunes, and he would be the one to start it. And so we would sing like Grease or like I don't know, Aladdin. So we're like in the deli just singing show tunes, making sandwiches early in the morning to prep.
Well, I mean, it sounds fun.
It was so fun. Like to this day, like my DC crew memories are like some of my favorite memories. We had so much
All
fun.
the shout outs.
And we all lived together and like, and then the boy that was stealing lived with like a meat cutter and they lived in our same apartment complex, but like 2
So
apartments away.
random.
Yeah. It was fun.
Well, I mean, you guys didn't get like sick of each other? Like working together and living together?
I mean,
and,
I
like...
can only speak for myself, but I don't think so. Like,
So it was like a good group of people.
It was a good group of
yeah,
people.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're a good group if you'd still get the tattoo. Like if
I would totally still get the tattoo.
Okay, so yeah, make that happen, guys. No, that's funny that you mentioned like the crew name because I was thinking we also need a name for our fan base and all of our friends and listeners. So I have some ideas, but I think
it's not easy.
And so we're going to post some ideas with this episode when it goes live. And we want to get your votes on what we put out there, but also your ideas. And a lot of podcast crews have names for their fan bases. So I think it'd be really fun to do that. And, you know, even with like Patreon and things like that, different tiers of fans and friends. It feels weird saying fans, like not fans, but you know what I mean.
Friends.
Yeah, our friends.
Our community.
You guys are our village. So love to have a name. And if you have any ideas, let us know. Yeah. We could.
Do you want to share any of ours? Or you're going to put them on the poll when we...
No, we can share some. So you were like, oh, no, not that one. I thought Questies was a cute one, like a play on our side quest and besties.
It is cute.
But then you were like, is it Taylor Swift like?
Yeah.
And I guess
like
it
Swiftie?
could
But
be.
then when you told me it's like a play on bestie, I was like, okay.
Yeah, like what's up our Questies?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cute. What was yours?
I don't remember.
Wasn't it sidekicks or something?
Oh yeah, the sidekicks.
The sidekicks, which I thought is fun because if you are on a side quest and on an adventure, you need your sidekick, right?
Mhm.
Especially when you have like main character energy, right? So I thought those were cute. The Questies, the sidekicks. Wasn't another
You
one?
liked righties.
The righties. Like we got this right.
Hey righties.
Hey righties. But then I don't want it to seem like a political
Yeah,
thing,
that's what I'm
which
worried
it's
about. Like,
totally not. We're not going there.
We want to stay away from politics. So does it seem too political or does it totally just
play on that
with
our name?
Yeah, with our title.
Yeah.
Our brand.
So we can post, I was thinking a couple from each of us, and then we'll just have, you know, a comment box or whatever for people to share their ideas if they have any. All the ideas we'll go through and we'll get votes and see how it goes.
Yeah, and it could be something totally random. Like I know my son, his favorite teacher at school, she calls all her students her little noodles.
Oh,
It's just so random, but he loves it. He's like, I'm her little noodle.
that's really cute. That's what I was thinking too. Like it could be something totally random that's fun. That our pickle. Yeah.
Hey, pickle pals.
Yeah. Well, your daughter dresses up
I
like a
know.
pickle all the time, so it could be.
Yeah.
Hey, you little. Yeah. What's up, my pickle pal? That is probably gonna be it. You just threw it out, and that's it.
Well, and that's what I was talking to my friend Brooke on the way here. Again, I was talking to her on the way last time we recorded too. Love you, Brooke. She's like, you know, I'm sure something will just like come up like randomly,
Like pickle pals.
like pickle pals.
Now we need to wear the pickle costumes and take pictures.
Still sitting on the floor of my daughter's bedroom, which hopefully she's cleaning right now because goodness gracious.
Daughter, I hope you're cleaning. You
It's
probably need to be cleaning
almost-
when this comes out too.
I'm sure. I mean, I do hate our rooms in our house are so small. We bought this house sight unseen because we had come down to visit and I had looked at all these houses and I did fall in love with one, but it was over in a different development. I'm not going to say names, but a different development, which I'm so glad I ended up here because our community offers so much. But fell in love with this house, but they had little dogs, and at the doorway of each of them, the dogs had dug a trench where the door was closed and they were wanting in. So each door frame had like this trench. And so I asked for a carpet credit. Well, they decided to pull the house off the market and rent it to friends instead. And it was the house for that I thought, because nothing else really like stood out to me. And so I ended up buying a new development because also like the builders were buying down interest rates, and
It's
interest
always
rates were
cheaper.
really high. Yeah. So I bought a brand new build, sight unseen, and the bedrooms are teeny. They're little, they're boxes. They're so small. They're smaller than this room. Like they're so small. So I do feel for my kids that they have teeny tiny spaces, but
your kids are busy. They're out and about.
not the
And
boys at game all day.
I mean,
But-
yeah, but you got a swimmer and
Yeah.
a fisher, and
Yeah.
I feel like
boys
they
gotta-
do get out and do fun stuff, and you have a nice backyard. I mean,
Yeah.
I know they don't get out there, but like they choose to just sit in their boxes.
Well, my daughter's room's about to be a hazmat, so she better
Yeah.
get in there and clean it.
Quarantine. Yeah, I know. I feel ya. That's how.
But
my
when
kids'
we
rooms
get our property one day and we build our own houses, we'll get to make them all lavish bedrooms.
that'd be fun.
Another thing, but Brooke said that we should shout out to our listeners and see if there's someone that has homesteading experience or knows someone with homesteading experience that would be interested in being a guest.
That's a good idea. So, our pickle pals, let us know.
So what it's gonna be.
I don't know.
Bailey would be so
No.
excited.
Let us know if you have experience buying land, building.
Creating a compound. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
we want a compound live, baby.
we talk about it all the time. We're like, her house is over here, my house is over
Yeah.
there, but there's room for her mother-in-law to build over here. And when her daughter turns 18 and wants to stay close but not live at home, she can build a little.
have our own little.
We can have a casita in the middle of the
Their little
areas, like our
community.
pool.
Yeah.
We can have
Meet you at the
chickens and
pool.
horses and yeah.
Well,
So-
and then your mother-in-law also, or even her husband, doesn't he garden?
Oh, he's a massive gardener. He could
Yeah.
come and like.
I mean, they might not want to move, but they could help too. But yeah, I mean, we'd love to have someone on our.
As our pickle pals, we can sell pickles on our.
Oh my gosh, we
Like,
should.
grow our own cucumbers and have different varieties of pickles. And sell
Okay,
them at our
guys.
store.
So, new goal: raise money for our farmstead so we can sell pickles.
And we will wear bloomers and bonnets
my
when we do it.
gosh.
Oh my
As we
gosh.
package our pickles.
And ding, ding, ding. For our recent episode, you're going to be posting a picture of you in a bonnet.
Oh
Look at all
gosh,
these
with our bangs.
Full circle moments.
Oh my gosh, it
Well-
all makes sense. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. It's
That is
probably going to be
hilarious.
pickle pals. Ugh. But good idea, Brooke. Shout out Brooke again. I think we're just gonna keep shouting her out.
I know. She's the best.
All right. Well, I think that is our episode today of If We Could Survive on We Got This Right. And looks like it's about 50-50 for us, but that's
Yeah.
okay. We'll be posting some polls. We want to hear from you guys. Email us, comment, let us know.
Yeah, you guys email us. We really want to do another weekly episode or maybe even bi-weekly episode where we just read each other. And it'll be fun too. If don't
Who
read it,
it's
we just read
from.
it. Yeah. And then we just, the first time you're hearing mine is when I read it. And the first time
Oh,
I hear your
yeah.
stories is when we read it. But having like a Wednesday or Friday drop that's listener stories.
Yeah, that'd be
listener
fun.
emails.
Yeah, just
So-
some random fun episodes in between because for me, I don't know about you, I feel like it's so long in between. Like, I know we have to record, we have to edit, we have to do all these things and drop the episodes, but I'm like, it'd be so fun to just drop something little in between. And
Mhm.
that would be really great to have some of those things from you guys. And definitely share our page or, our podcast with anyone you think would listen
Yes, please.
because that helps us a lot. So,
And shout out to Kaelee for doing all of the editing
oh.
and creating all of our websites too.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And it's nice to do something that we dreamt of and that it is not too complicated nowadays with technology and stuff. There's a lot of things that make it easy, but I do think feedback's been really good and we just appreciate everyone. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, until next time, we got this,
Right.
right? Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good day, night,
Bye.
life.
Bye. Pickle bells.
Oh,